Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Shailaabhijanamburashishanam Sri Krishna Tatatmajam Sri Shailanve Devanatha Sudhya Praptagamantaddvayam Padabje Nasimhatate Guroho Nestatma Rakshabharam Vidvadvanda Chakora Chandiramaham Ramanujaryam Mishraye Sriranga Sudha Madhusamaswadayantam Sriranga Mahishi Padapankajatmajam Sulabhashrayam Sada Moda Siddhamadbhutam Bhajeham Guruntam Ranganatha Priyam Sukhasanastham Hridayabjapite Chinmudraya Lankrita Pani Padmam Shubhopavitam Vimalodhapundram Namami Rangam Gurum Antarange Namami Yoga Samrajni Vijayam Vijayapradam Srirangardha Sanasinam Karunam Mamataram Guru Rupa Paranjyotihi Jyoti Rupa Guru Paraha Ajnana Mandiram Hyetate Guru Vijnana Mandiram Mukhaṁ Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Ekrupa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yontah Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuktam Sanjeevayatyakila Shaktidhara Swadhamna Anyam Sahasta Charana Shravanatvagadine Pranan Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Jayatyashita Santrasa Dhvanta Vidhvam Sanodaya Prabhavahan Sitaya Devya Paramavyoma Bhaskaraha Sakrideva Prapannaya Tavasmiti Chayachate Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyaha Dadamyetadvratam Mama Manojavam Marutatullya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayutha Mukhyam Sriramadutam Shirasa Namami Vedavedye Pare Pumsi Jate Dasharathatmaje Vedah Pracheta Sadasite Sakshat Ramayana Atmana. Salutations to our Guru and the Guru of all Gurus. Will commence our session today. We were in the 5th Sarga. It is known as Bhavana Nichaya Sarga. What it means is Hanuman is now in the process of figuring out where potentially could Sita Mata be. And towards the beginning of the Sarga, we saw a wonderful description of the moon, and the way that Hanuman relishes the beauty of nature during the Pradosha Kalam. As with nature, whenever there are good things or wherever there are good things, there will also be things which are not of good taste. So he ends up seeing a variety of things that you perhaps should not be witnessing during the Pradosham time, which is basically the various Rakshasas and Rakshasis, and they are enjoying essentially carnal pleasures. And some of them seem to be good-natured and beautiful. Some of them perhaps not so good-natured, and they were also very ghoram to look at, including the Rakshasas and Rakshasis. We saw a varnana of all the demons and demonesses that Hanuman sees there. And I think we were in Shloka 16. Yeah. Nananda Drishtva Cha Satan Surupan Nana Gunan Atma Gunanurupan Vidyotamanan Satadanurupan Dadashra Kanchischa Kamschitcha Punarvirupan. So among the demons and demonesses, there were beings that had good nature and the fact that good nature always reflects through our body, through our indriyas. You know, nalla rupam eppo varum அப்படின்னாக்கா உள்ள எப்போ ரூபம் ஸ்வரூபம் நன்னா இருக்கோ வெளியிலையும் ரூபம் அதுக்கு அனுகுணமா இருக்கும். ஆத்ம குணானு ரூபம். அதுக்காக ரொம்ப நன்னா அழகா இருக்கிறவெல்லாம் உள்ள ஆத்ம குணம் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறது நியாயம் கிடையாது. It's the other way around. So it should be whenever we use logic, we should be careful, isn't it? எங்கெல்லாம் புகை இருக்கோ அங்கே நெருப்பு இருக்கு அப்படின்னாக்கா நிச்சயமாக அங்கே நெருப்பு இருக்கணும். இல்லை அங்கே சம்திங் எல்ஸ் ஏதோ ஒரு கெமிக்கல் போட்டு புகை வந்துருத்துன்னு அது வேற சமாச்சாரம். ததோ வரார்ஹா சுவிசுத்த பாவாஹ தேஷாம் ஸ்திரியஸ்தத்ர மகானுபாவாஹ பிரியேஷு பானேஷு ச சக்த பாவாஹ ததர்ஷ தாரா இவ சுப்ரபாவாஹ. ததஹ தத்ர வரார்ஹாஹ the demonesses there were decked with the choicest of the clothes and robes and ornaments. அதுக்கு அர்த்தம் வரார்ஹாஹ விஷுத்த பாவாஹ. They were also pure in their minds and feelings and bhavanas. Mahanubhavaha. They were also Mahanubhava. Endaro Mahanubhavalu Andariki Vandanmulo. So they were magnanimous in nature. Priyeshu Paneshu cha Sakta Bhavaha. அதாவது they were doing a balancing act, tender balancing act. எப்படின்னாக்கா ஒரு கையில பிரியம், பிரியம்னா their lovers. So their mind was engaged with their lovers on the one hand, and on the other hand ஒரு குவார்டரோ ஃபுல்லோ இருக்கும். That is what it is. Priyeshu Paneshu. Paneshuna Somapanam. So that is what they had in the other hand. So I do not have experience in that field. I am not sure if this is really possible, where you have liquid in one hand and you are still able to think of your lover on the other hand. Okay. Then Sakta Bhavaha, then Supra Bhavaha. They were also bright. That means Tejasa irka அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம் அதுக்கு. தாராக இவ தேஷாம் ஸ்திரியா ததர்ஷ. அங்க ஒரே ஸ்டார்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்ல, மூவி ஸ்டார்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி அங்க மினிக்கிட்டு இருந்தாங்க அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம் இங்க. That means the scene that Hanuman is seeing here are perhaps the ladies who were the chaste among the demonesses. They were wedded to one and only one person, but they were enjoying their time then. Sriya jwalanti strapayopagudhaha nishithakale ramanopagudhaha dadarsha kaschit pramadopagudhaha yatha vihanga kusumopagudhaha. Further description of the merriment or enjoyment that was happening there. Sriya jwalanti. They were shining wonderfully with grace. அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Trapaya upagudhaha. Trapaya naka, there is a kind of shyness. Okay. Upagudhaha na, they were embracing their lovers. Nishita kale ramanopagudhaha. Nishita kalamna, during the night time. Ramanopagudhaha. They were embraced by their beloved husbands. Then Pramadopagudhaha. அப்படின்னு இன்னொரு வார்த்தை இருக்கு. பிரமதோபகுடான they were essentially மதம் ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். they were enjoying, they were filled with joy. Kusumopagudaha vihangaha iva dadarsha. So the upamanam that Kavi is giving here is just like when birds are adorned with flowers அப்படிங்கிறாரு. அந்த மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு சீன் அங்க பார்த்தார். That means when you see a flock of birds, imagine that they are all sitting in a tree which is completely fully bloomed with flowers. Then it will appear as if the birds are decorated with those flowers. That is the attachment the birds will not fly away for some time. If they see a fully bloomed tree, they will sit and rest there for a while. So that's the analogy that Kavi is giving. Basically, the ladies there were full of grace, and during the night time, they were enjoying the company of their lovers or husbands. Anyaha punarharmya talopavishtaha tatra priyankeshu sukhopavishtaha bhartu priya dharma para nivishta dadarsha dhiman madanabhivishtaha. What were the other ladies doing there? Anyaha, enna pandrar? Dhiman, the Hanuman, Buddhiman. What did he see? Harmyatalopa vishtaha. Harmyatalam, abdinaka, think of balcony or a terrace. Anga ukandruka. Okay, Madil Chor Mel ukandruka nanikene. Tatra priyankeshu sukhopavishtaha. They were sitting on the laps. Priyasya ankeshu. Ankamna lap nartham. So they were sitting on the laps of their lovers. Eppadi ukandruka? Sukhopavishtaha. They were happily sitting in a posture that is convenient for them. Yaar mel ukandruka aval convenient nammalukku theriyadu. So that's the sukhopavishtaha. Bhartu priyaha. They were loved by their husbands. Dharma paraha, meaning they were attached to pati dharmam there. That is the meaning there. Madanabhivishtaha. They were also overpowered by Madana or Manmatha. Nivishtaha, Anyaha Dadarsha. So the other ladies who are engaged, Nivishtamna, they are engaged in this kind of a pleasure seeking. Idellam Parkara Hanuman. Basically, a continuation of the there are two types of enjoyment. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksham solron illaya, Chaturvidha Purushartham. If you remember, Dharma Viruddha Bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatarshabha அப்படின்னு கீதையில பகவான் சொல்றார். I am also Kama as long as it is not in conflict with Dharma. Right? So there are boundaries that are drawn, and it is the nature of our indriyas to seek their indriyarthas, isn't it? Eye always seeks to see something, ears always seek to hear something, etc., etc. All the jnanendriyas and karmendriyas, their very nature is to seek attachment with their respective objects. If that is the case, then it is important to draw boundary lines. And as long as you are within those boundary lines, then it is okay. Dharma viruddha bhuteshu, the Lord says, I am that kind of a kama or desire. Desire, of course, can be in all the three planes, not just the physical plane. It can be in the mental, emotional, as well as spiritual. Okay. So that's the beauty here. That is, although the Kavi is describing scenes within the Lanka where you would expect majority of things going wrong, there is also a minority where it is, it is of good shape and good manner. It's like a black board with white dots, the other version of white board with black dots, right? So that's what is being described here. That means we should be open in our minds to see good things even in places where you don't expect to see good things. அதுக்காக நான் அங்கதான் போய் நல்லதை பார்ப்பேன்னு போகக்கூடாது இல்லையா? You should not go after blackboards to see the white dots. So there is a but unfortunately Hanuman has no option. He has entered Lanka and he is seeing all of this now. Apravrita kanchana rajivarnaha kaschit parardhya stapaniya varnaha punascha kaschit chashalakshma varnaha kanta prahina ruchiranga varnaha. Hanuman's focus is now turning towards he is becoming a racist now. He's looking at the colors of the ladies. There are different types of hues and colors. So there are ladies there who are apravritaha. Pravritam naka ipo potundirukkume idukku peru pravritam, the wheel. So apravritam, there is no wheel. So they are basically bold ladies there. Kanchana Raji Varnaha, they are also golden hue in color. Adin modal varnam. Then Tapaniya Varnaha, Tapaniyamnaka again shining bright gold. Adin Tapam, imagine molten gold. So and the Tapaniya Varnam. Again, Kaschit Punascha Shashalakshma Varnaha. Shashankahan சொல்லுவீங்க சஷலக்ஷ்ம வர்ணனா white, pale white in color. எதுக்காக அப்படின்னாக்கா again ruchiranga varnaha, some of them are very attractive in complexion, but why are they in these different colors அப்படின்னாக்கா kanta prahinaha. Apparently not everybody is really having a merry time there. Some of them unfortunately their partners had disappeared to other lanes and bylanes. அதனால என்ன ஆயிடுத்து, they are not in a position to get into that state of enjoyment. So that is Sashalakshma Varna, pale white in color. So sometimes when we are driving down the lanes in the late night, we may get pale white in color, especially when our husbands are not around. Some of you may have experienced it. Perhaps that's the they are anxious. That is the meaning that is implied here. Punastaka Tatah priyan prapya manobhiraman supriti yuktaha prasamikshiramaha griheshu hrishtaah paramabhiramaha haripravira sadadarsharamaha. அதாவது மா நிஷாத பிரதிஷ்டாம் துவம் அகமஹ சாஸ்வதி சமாஹ எத் கிரௌஞ்ச மிதுனாதேகம் அவதீஹி காமமோஹிதம். என்ன சொல்லுங்க? What did I just say?
Valmiki Krauncha Pachila first பார்த்தபோது.
Very, very first shloka. Thank you, Sridhar. You saved my skin. So the very first shloka of Valmiki is what I just told. With the moment he emerges from the Valmika or the ant hill and shakes off, he sees a scene where there is a Krauncha Pakshi, Mithuna, a pair of Krauncha Pakshi, a she and a he. They were enjoying what nature has given to them. And that is when a hunter kills one of those pakshis. And Valmiki gives a shapam to the hunter. Ma nishadha pratishtam. அவர் நோ அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஆரம்பிக்கிறார் தன்னுடைய முதல் வார்த்தை. இன்னொரு விஷயம், மானாக்கா மகாலட்சுமிக்கும் அர்த்தம், பிரகிருதி. The moment he lands from the ஞான ஸ்திதி to prakriti, perhaps he has to utter the first word as ma. Okay. So such is the nature of Valmiki that he doesn't desire separation of the beloveds. That is reflected in the immediate slokam here. We told that ladies got pale because their husbands were not there. But what happened to them? Haripraviraha, that is Hanuman. What did he see? Tataha manobhiramaha priyanu prapya. They figured out, anga inga sutti paatittu kandupidichita, where is their husband adinittu. So that's he is bringing that oneness or togetherness aspect here immediately. Manobhiramaha supriti yuktaha, they were again found in the company of their husbands. Prasamikshiramaha paramabhiramaha, they were again in a state of merriment or enjoyment. They enjoying the ecstasies அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். எங்க அப்படின்னாக்கா griheshu hrishtaha. So they went back to their homes. They were not in their terraces. They figured out where their husbands were and they went back to their homes and சொல்றாங்க. So இதெல்லாம் ஒரு different types of scenes that Hanuman is seeing. If somebody is shooting this film, இதெல்லாம் ஒரு எபிசோடா எடுத்துக்கலாங்க. சந்திர பிரகாஷாஸ்ச ஹி வக்ரமாலாஹ வக்ராக்ஷி பக்ஷ்மாஸ்ச சுநேத்ரமாலாஹ விபூஷணானாஞ்ச ததர்ஷமாலாஹ Shatakhradanam ivacharu malaha. The word malaha repeats 4 times in this slokam. See, the meter is very nice here. Pona slokathla Ramahangra word 4 தடவை வந்திருக்கு. ராமான்னா they are enjoying the beauty ன்னு அர்த்தம். அதுக்கு முன்ன வர்ணாக ரிப்பீட் ஆச்சு. அதுக்கு முன்ன உபவிஷ்டாக, கூடாக, பாவாக, ரொம்ப நன்னா இருக்கு இதெல்லாம். Those are the words that repeat 4 times in these shlokas. So இங்க என்ன சொல்றார்? சந்திர பிரகாஷாக, மறுபடியும் is describing their beauty. They are radiating like the moon, the demonesses. Vaktra malaha, there is a Vaktramna face, adanode malai. That means there is a series of women that he is seeing there. Vakrakshi pakshmascha. Vakrakshi, abdinaka, akshi is Vakram. Adina abdi kannu ora kannala paakradhu artham. They were glancing or ogling in different directions. Pakshmascha, adina they are having graceful lashes. Adu varaikum paathirkar Hanuman. Aparama Sunetra Malaha, they had beautiful eyes as well. Aparama Charu Malaha Vibhushanane, so they were wearing different types of ornaments, gold ornaments. Idellathium they were sporting. So that's what Hanuman sees there. Essentially a description of so he saw that there were different types of demonesses engaged in merriment. Now suddenly he sees a row of women who are all fully decked with different types of ornaments and enjoying. Latam prapullam, sorry, Natveva sitam paramabhijatam pathistite rajakule prajatam latam prapullam iva sadhujatam dadarsha tanvim manasabhijatam. So, most of us, when we were young, our mothers would have given us some money. இந்த கடைக்கு போயிட்டு 1/4 கிலோ புளி வாங்கிட்டு வா அப்படின்னு அனுப்புவா. நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? கடைக்கு போவோம். போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு வழியில் ஏதோ ஒரு ஜாத்திரை போவோம். அந்த ஜாத்திரை பின்னாடியே ஓட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம். Isn't it? Sorry for those who can't understand. When we were young, our mothers would have given us some money and go and buy something from the grocery shops. And it is but natural for us to go after some things which we can get carried away easily. For example, there is a jatre. Then we start to go behind the julus, as they say in Hindi. And finally, after 1/2 kilometer, we would have completely forgot. We would have bought chocolates or toffees and returned home and show our backs to our mothers. Yeah. They will give lashes. They edukada amchonna enna porthukku enna vaidundirukane. And the madri why am I narrating this is, it is quite natural. Hanuman is seeing such a what should I say, a glorious combination of 2 things. One is all the bhavanas and palaces are really wonderful. Ella jewels, silver, gold ella irukanga. Sound vidavithamana sounds vandindukku. And he is seeing all the demonesses and demons enjoying their time. So it is but natural for somebody's mind to also get engrossed there. But our hero is not like Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam. He has won over the Indriyas. He has not forgotten like us. Poi puli vaindana, chocolate vaindana madri kadayadu. He immediately understood, why am I here? Right? He realized the core purpose of his journey. என்ன சொல்றாருங்க? பரமாபிஜாதாம். இந்த ஸ்லோகத்துல ஜாதாம்ங்கிற வேர்டு வருது. Paramabhijatam, that is somebody who is born in a noble family. It's a description of Sita Mata. Pathistite Rajakule, she is in the right path, abdin artham. And in which path? Rajakulathla irukra path, meaning she is a Aryamba. She is an Aryan lady coming from middle of the Eastern Europe or Western Europe. Kadayadu. That's not what Aryas are, isn't it? We all know. So somebody who really is of nobility in their nature and culture. Rajakule Prajatam, she was born into a royal family. Then Sadhu Jatam, she was also born as a Paramasattvika person. Prapullam Latamiva. So she was blossoming like a creeper அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Okay. And Tanveem, she is also a beautiful lady. யார் இதெல்லாம்? Manasa Abhijatam. So Hanuman is now thinking in his mind. So she was born into his mind. அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Meaning, among all the scenes that Hanuman sees there, his mind now turns towards Sita Mata. Are, why am I not able to see Sita Mata anywhere here? Na dadarsha. He did not happen to see Sita Mata amid all the enjoyment and scenes there. So in other words, Hanuman gets reminded of the fact that he is yet to find Sita Mata in the streets that he recently visited. Important attributes that Hanuman gives. First is Paramabhijatam. She is born into a noble family. She is born as a Sadhujatam, then Rajakule Prajatam, and finally Manasabhijatam. So one is an external aspect of Sita Mata being born into different categories like Rajakulam, Paramabhijatam, finally Manasabhijatam. She is also born in his mind. Tanatane vatmani sannivishtam Rame kshanam tam madanabhivishtam Bhartur manasrimad anupravishtam Stribhyo varabhyascha sada vishishtam. So, inga nivishtam, abhivishtam, pravishtam, vishishtam அப்படிங்கிற words repeat ஆகுது. Further description of Sita as enjoyed internally by Hanuman at that point of time. Innalam Sanatane Vartmani Sannivishtam. So the first sloka described how Sita Mata was born. That means born genius. அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? இந்த மாதிரி she was born a sadhu person, an elevated soul. In fact, what it basically means is that, of course, she was born into a royal family. But sadhu jatam அப்படின்னாக்கா somebody who is born without any defects அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். The moment we are born, whether we know or not, there will be defects, manufacturing defects கட்டாயம் இருக்கும். காது கொஞ்சம் கோணலா இருக்கும், கண்ணு சுழிச்சுட்டு இருக்கும், காலில் ஏதோ ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கும். Nobody is perfect in nature. இந்த சாமுத்திரிகா லட்சணம் அப்படிங்கிற சாஸ்திரத்தை பார்த்தோம்னா we in 99.99% most of us will have some defect or the other. So we are all physically challenged. The only person who is not so challenged is an avatara purusha. So that's the meaning of, I believe, sadhu jatam. There is no defect that you can see in the way they are born itself. அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். And of course, she was Rajakule Prajatam, Paramabhijatam, etc. So he spoke about how she was born. This slokam is about how she established herself. Srishti, adhikapuram sthiti. Srishti, sthiti, pralayam. So what is the sthiti of Sita Mata? Sanatane vatmani sannivishtam. She was established in the path of Sanatana Dharmam. The eternal dharma that flows through several centuries is one thing to understand here. The other meaning of Sanatanam, it's not only Sadatanam, it is also Sanatanam, meaning what is that which can really exist forever? Adin pata, the answer that great yogis give is the Paranjyoti. The Jyoti alone exists throughout different kalas and deshas. So Sanatane Vartmani Sannivishtam, she was actually somebody who was established in that Paranjyoti. That is the meaning of this particular phrase. Ramekshanam Madanabhivishtam. So Ramam adinaka beautiful or artham. Okay. Ramekshanam, she had beautiful eyes. Abhinartham. Rendavade Raman மேலே தன்னுடைய கண்களுடையவள். She had her eyes always fixed on Rama அப்படின்னு நம்ம வச்சுக்கலாம். Okay. So Ramekshanam, Madhanabhivishtam. So Hanuman is thinking, ipo paatha scene ellame love scenes. Yeah. Perhaps if I had seen Sita now, she would also be in a state of romance. Only that it will all be manasikam. She will, it will all be internal to her. She will not be doing the physical things that the others were doing. Madanabhivishtam, Srimat Bhartuhu Manaha Anupravishtam. She would have completely been engrossed in her husband. அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். எப்பேற்பட்ட husband அப்படின்னாக்கா ஸ்ரீமத். He is a Sriman, we all know. Sriman Narayana. And Manaha Anupravishtam. She would be ever established in her husband. Varabhyaha Stribhyascha Sada Vishishtam. So if you take a congregation of noble ladies, Varabhyaha, and then compare who is the best among them, it will turn out that Sita Mata will be the Vishishtam. She is the one who will stand out. Even among Varabhyaha Stribhyaha, what to talk of a congregation of demonesses. Yeah. Tam na dadarsha, which means it is actually like looking for a needle in a haystack. So it's all haystack around. And you know that Sita Mata is going to be very different. You can immediately spot. Remember, Hanuman has not physically seen Sita yet. So it is all in his mental conception now, how she may be. அப்படிங்கிற அந்த curiosity இருக்கு. He has heard about Sita Mata from various people, including Sampati and Rama and Lakshmana themselves. Yeah, so he has formed a conception. However, he being a jnani, he will also see something else. என்னெல்லாம் அது? உஷ்ணார்த்திதாம் சானு சுதாஸ்திர கண்டீம் புரா வரார்ஹோத்தம நிஷ்க கண்டீம் சுஜாத பக்ஷ்மாம் அபிரக்த கண்டீம் Vane pranrittam iva neelakanthim. So now his mind shifts to her kantham. And ennalam pakraringa. Okay, it's not only that she is somebody who has beautiful eyes and whose mind is always engrossed in her husband, and who stands out in the way she shows love to him. But given the context, she is not in company with Rama. She is now in Lanka, isn't it? She is separated from her husband. Ushnarditam. So she probably is shedding hot tears. She is probably engrossed in sorrow now. Sanu srutastra kantim. So the moment you start crying, you get choked in your kantham. So that's what Hanuman is describing here. Sanu sruta. So it is accompanied by a choking of the throat because of the incessant tears that roll down. Pura vararhottama nishkakanti. The same neck earlier would have been adorned with beautiful jewels. Perhaps she may not be sporting those jewels. அப்படிங்கிற ஐடியாவும் அவருக்கு வருது. Sujata Pakshmam, she probably has beautiful eyelashes. Abhirakta Kantim, Vane Apravirtam. Abhirakta Kantim is somebody who can really sing very well. So he imagines that Sita Mata is somebody who has a sweet, loving voice. Even somebody speaks, they may not know Sangeetam, but their voice will be so melodious. Yeah. One such person passed away recently, Vani Jairam. She had a beautiful kantham with which she enthralled many audiences. Vane apravirtam neelakanthim iva. So the other kantham is neelakantham. Neelakantham is a type of bird with blue feathers, blue neck, sorry. Neelakantham. It could be kingfisher, it could be some other similar bird, but or it could even be a peahen, for example. So how would she be? How would her state of mind be? It is not only somebody who is thinking of her husband, but because she is not anymore with her husband, she is shedding tears. She is in a state of sorrow, perhaps roaming around like a peahen which is lost in the forest. And that's Vane apravirtam neelakanthi miva. Pravritti illada or peahen, meaning it is wandering here and there without any goal. அப்படிங்கிறது இங்க சொல்றார். So avyaktarekham iva chandrarekham pamsu pradigdham iva hemarekham shataprarudham iva banarekham vayuprabhinnam iva megharekham. So என்னெல்லாம் வந்திருக்கு? முதல்ல அபிஜாத்தாம், அப்புறம் பிரவிஷ்டாம், அப்புறம் கண்டத்துக்கு வந்தார். இப்போ வந்து ரேகையா சொல்றாரு. He is comparing her to ரேகா. என்னெல்லாம் ரேகா? அவ்யக்த ரேகாம். She is like an invisible ray of what? Chandra rekam iva. So when you, so in other words, he knows that Sita Mata is hidden somewhere in Lanka. And the hidden aspect, இப்போ பலவித உபமானங்களால் சொல்லப்படுறார். Lot of analogies, the similes that Valmiki will use to say that she is there nearby, but you are not able to spot. அதுக்கு என்னெல்லாம் analogies? First வந்துட்டு அவ்யக்த ரேகாம் சந்திர ரேகாம் இவ. Just like sometimes you will not be able to see the moon, but the rays of the moon. So you will figure out the moon must be somewhere here. It is hidden behind the mountain, behind the clouds, or behind the huge tree or with its foliage and all that. இல்லையா? அவ்யக்த ரேகாம் சந்திர ரேகாம் இவ. நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்துட்டு பாம்சு பிரதிக்தாம் ஹேமரேகாம் இவ. Just like a streak of gold which is covered by dust. அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். பாம்சு பிரதிக்தாம்னா gold which is covered by dust. Sometimes we may be searching for things in the house, let's say a golden ornament, but it's, let's say, covered with dust. Many years you have forgotten to wear it. You will not even know that that is gold. So unless you dust it out. So அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு சந்த ஹேமரேகாம் இவ. ஹேமம்னா gold. ஷதப்ரரூடாம் பானரேகாம் இவ. The other rekha is பானரேகா. So என்னெல்லாம் ரேகா? முதல்ல சந்திர ரேகா, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஹேமரேகா, மூணாவது பானரேகா. பானரேகானா அந்த ஆரோ, அதுலேருந்து உண்டாகக்கூடிய, லெட்ஸ் சே you strike an arrow against your skin. What will happen? It will cut it. You will get injured. And then you let it to heal for some time. After some time, you may not even know that there was a பானரேகா there because it has started to heal now. So இந்த மூணு உபமானங்களை கொடுக்கிறார். க்ஷதப்ரரூடாம். That is basically there is a scar due to the path of an arrow. அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கணும் நம்ம. The last upamanam is vayu prabhinnam megharekam iva. Just like clouds which are swept away or scattered by vayu. Megharekam. So these are the four different analogies that Valmiki gives here. That Sita Mata is hidden somewhere there, like Chandrarekha, Hemarekha, Banarekha, and Megharekha. In other words, if you look at the Prakriti, right? Surya and Chandra. So Surya, if you say, is Purusha, Chandra is Prakriti. So Chandra Rekha. Adutadi Hemarekha. Sita Mata is nothing but, the Suvarna Jyoti. Abhin solluvom illaya? She is nothing but Suvarna Jyoti. So therefore she is Hemarekha. Then of course she has a state of mind which is scattered and injured. Scattered like the clouds and injured like the Banarekha. So perhaps that's why these four similes are given in this slokam. Sitama pashyan manujeshwarasya Ramasya patnim varatam varasya babhuva dukkha bhihataschirasya plavangamo manda ivachirasya. So now, after describing, this is all going on in his mind. Okay, எல்லாத்தையும் பார்த்துட்டு சீதா மாதா இல்லையே, how would she be அப்படின்னு ஆரம்பிச்சு அவளுடைய ஸ்வரூபம் எப்படி, what would be her state of mind, and so on and so forth. The last sloka of this chapter, Plavangamaha Vadatam Varasya Manujeshwarasya Ramasya Patnim. So now he is connecting Sita Mata to Ramachandra. And then he describes who Ramachandra is. Who is Ramachandra? Vadatam Varasya. For those who speak, apperpatta speaking jantukkalle jeevangalle varasya, the best among those who speak அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Meaning he is a Purushottama. Manujeshwarasya, he is the Lord of all men. And Ramasya Patni. So Sita Mata is the Patni of Ramachandra. Chirasya Apashyan, having not seen her for a while, what happened to Hanuman? Dukkha bhihataha. So he was hit with a sense of grief. அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். ஐயோ இவ்வளோ ஹாப்பினஸ் மெரிமெண்ட் இருக்கே, ஆனா நம்ம சீதா மாதாவை பார்க்கலையே அப்படின்னு அச்சிரஸ்ய மந்தஹா இவ பப்புவா. So his mind became a little bit dull. Okay. So he gets into a state of despondency. In other words, I'm not able to see Sita Mata now. Is there a way that I can somehow figure out? So in other words, this gives Hanuman an inclination and us the lesson that we should not forget why we are here, isn't it? What is the goal? We never forget the goal of our life. It can apply to many tasks also, smaller tasks. And the fact that in this context, of course, Hanuman really feels for the fact that this perhaps is not the place to look for her. So the name of this chapter is Bhavana. So he's roaming around in different streets full of palaces, and he gets into a state where, okay, I have now seen so many things here. Perhaps I should look for some other place to look for Sita Mata, which will be Ravana Griha Vekshanam. That is the next chapter. So he will then start to go towards the palace of Ravana himself. Okay. इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकि आदिकाव्ये चतुर्विंशति सहस्रिकायां संहितायां सुंदरकांडे भवन विचयो नाम पंचमः सर्गः समाप्तः. So that's the conclusion of the 5th chapter. We'll look at the 6th sarga in the next class, unless there is any comment or question from anybody.
ஜி ஒரு கமெண்ட். தீக்ஷிதரோட கீர்த்தனை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இதே மாதிரி சேம் யூசேஜ் ஆஃப் த வேர்ட்ஸ் நிறைய வருது. Probably he might have been influenced by
Who is not influenced by Srimad Ramayana? There is so much to learn, and it has inspired generations of gurus, jnanis, even artists, great artists, of course. அந்த சங்கீத கலை இங்கிறது வரணும்னா அதுக்கு மூல காரணமும் இந்த அத்தியாத்மம் தான். இதுல இருக்கக்கூடிய சிந்தனைகள், விசாரங்கள், இதுல வரக்கூடிய பதங்கள்.
Amazing.
Even Tyagaraja would have used many of these. Their mind would have simply got transported into.
Since there was Sanskritnala, the usage is you are able to appreciate. அவர் வந்து தெலுங்குல பாடிருக்கலாம். Really correlate that extent.
ஆமா. All right. Okay. We'll conclude our session today.
Guru Charanambuja Nirbharata Guru Charanambuja Nirbharata Samsarata Chiradbhava Mukta Guru Charanambuja Krishna Krishna Sendriya Manasa Niyadevam Akshasi Nija Hridayastham Devam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate.
कायेन वाचा मनसा इन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्या आत्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीरामचन्द्रार्पणमस्तु. Have a great day and a week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
you.
Namaste.
Namaskar.
Raghavji. Namaskaram.
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 Thank you, Raghavji.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can go.